Emma. Right, very quickly, I'm going to show you some of these. This is what we call the visual prompts. I'm going to show you this, and I want you to tell me the word. You're going to say it before I do. So this one would be pant. And then we'd use duck hands. Pant. So that's that one. This one would be snap. Okay, you ready? So I'm going to show you all of them. Try and say the word before I do. And then when you hear the word, do duck hands. And teachers or parents, if you're watching, we're splitting all the speech sounds using our duck hands. Quack, quack.
Ant, ant. Sip, sip, sip. Tap, tap. Snap, snap, snap. Tap, tap. Pant, pant. Pin, pin. Sit, sit. Spin, spin. Pants, pants. Pan, pan. Snap, snap. Snip, snip. Tin, tin. Spin, spin. Tan, tan.
Now I want you to have a look at this, and what you're going to do is you're going to have a look at all the visual prompts. So it could be sip, or it could be sat, or it could be spin, or it could be ants. What I want you to do, and your teacher can put them all out on the table for you, I want you to find one, and then I want you to use your duck hands to split the sounds. So ant, ant. But then I want you to look at this, and we've got three, ant. We've got 3 lines for those sounds, and I want you to point to where those sounds are going to sit. So if it was ant, ant. Look, that a is there, and the n is there, and the t is there. So I want you to do this. T, ant. So we're following the sound, say the word, even though there are no letters there, because we don't need them yet. So what about if I did tin? T, I, n for my duck hands. T, I, n. We've got 3. So the t sits there, the I sits there, and the n sits there. And whoever's working with you is going to say quickly, which is the sound on number 3? So in tin, t, I, n. Which is the sound on number 3? T, I, n. Did you say n? Which is the sound that goes on number 1? Tin, t, I, n. Did you say t? Well done. Now I want to make sure all of you have got all of the green level sound picks. So you need to have a picture for P. That's just one of the pictures. Take a picture of P. Use your magic speech sound camera. We take the picture of P. And it might look like that. There's one of the pictures for P. So everyone needs to have one of those. Now take a picture of T. Ready? T. What might it look like? It might look like that. I need you to have a picture of S. Take a picture. S. It might look like that. That's one of the pictures for S. Whoops. The I fell on me. Let's take a picture of I. Are you ready? What might it look like? I. Some of you might think it looks like a J, but it's an I. It's got the line ready to carry on. And there's a little phrase we say to remind us how to draw them all. We're going to take a picture of, you tell me, what are we going to take a picture of? Ah, take a picture. And it might look like that. And the last one, take a picture of Take a picture. So you have to have pictures of s, a, t, p, I, n. You need 6 of them, and there are green level sound picks. Now, something else I want you to do this week is you're going to have a bingo card, and these have got all our green level sound picks on them. So you've got a bingo card, and if I was playing with a friend, or your mum, or your teacher, they'll have a bingo card. Now what you're going to do is you're going to have a pile of your sound picks, and you take it in turns, and if I turn it over and I have a look, what's that a picture of? Picture of P. So I have a look on my bingo card. Can anyone see a P? Oh, you saw, there's a P just there. So I would put it over the top. I'd put it over the top. I heard a P at the beginning there. So I'm going to cover it over, and let's see if you can cover all of them. And the first person to cover all of those says, bingo! Really, really loud, and you've won. Something else you could do with a friend is you can turn over, you can have a pile of sound picks, and your friend has a pile of sound picks, and you're both going to turn it over, and if it's the same, what do you think you say? You go snap, and you put your hand really quickly on that pile, and if you're the first person and they are a match, you get to keep them all. So what I want you to do is I want everybody to have at, put, it, and I want you to have something to put them in that you can ideally take home. So it doesn't have to be this big, it can be a little bit smaller, but I just prefer to have it nice and big so we can put lots and lots of things in. I might put my puppet in there. I might put my reader in there, I might put all sorts of things in there, but I definitely need to have my a, my t, my p, my I, and my n in there. Now sometimes you'll see that on there you've got your visual prompt, and that's to remind you that's n, but it's for another reason as well, which I'll tell you about another time. You might also have your own visual prompts, like you might have sip, ip, and if you've got a puppet, which is brilliant if you have, then you can use your puppet because your puppet only speaks in speech sounds. Sip. So they don't say the whole word, they just give us the sounds. Ip, and then we have to know what the word is. So supposing my elephant was to want to say the word tin in speech sounds, what would he say? Tin. Let's follow those sounds. T, I, n. What would this word be? You ready, elephant? We're going to do the word s, a, t. What was the word? Sat. S, at, sat. Make it more difficult. What's this word? S, p, I, n. S, p, I, n. Spin. So have a go with that as well. So I'll put my puppet inside. Now, another thing that we need to do is we need to form our letters correctly. So we need to make sure that even if they might end up looking like mine, we need to make sure we're saying something, we're getting it the right way. Because what matters is that we usually start right at the top. So here we go. I want you to follow these with me, and you're going to do it in the air with your finger, and your teacher's going to make sure that you do it in the right way. So if we said this one, we would go slither down the snake. Do it with your finger. Slither slither down the snake. S. What about if we did this one? What's this a picture of? Ah. Are you ready? Round the apple, up, down the leaf. And again. Round the apple, up, down the leaf. What's this one? Down his plait, up round his head. It's a little pirate. What about this one? Oh, which one haven't we done? Oh, my favourite. Down Nobby, up over his net. Any we haven't done? I don't think we've done a t or an I. Let's do the t. Down the tower, across the tower. And what about the last one? Oh. I. Down his body and dot for his head. Do it with me. Down his body and dot for his head. Did we do Down Nobby, up over his net. Did we do that one? Down Nobby, up over his net. So now I'm going to show you them with the RWI pictures on them. You can get a packet of those from the office. So I'm going to show you them and I want you to say the phrase and do it in the air, or you might use your whiteboard. Always have a whiteboard when you're doing an SSP lesson. So as well as looking at it and saying, slither down the snake, and holding your pencil, look at those, the speech and frog that loves that because it looks like his legs. Finger underneath. So we're going to go slither down the snake. And quick as a flash, we rub it off for the next one. Or do it small so you can fit it all in. Slither down the snake. And see how many you can do before the next one comes up. So we might go round the apple, up, down the leaf. We might go down the tower, across the tower. We might go down his plait, up round his head. We might go down his body and dot for his head. We might go down Nobby, up over his net. Look at that, we've got our sat pin. Now you tell me this word, you're going to follow the sound, say the word. Ready? S, I, t. What was the word? Check again. S, it, sit. P, I, t, pit. A, t. Ant. See if you can do it without me saying the sound. Watch again. Pan. Do this with your teacher or your mum or whoever looks after you in your house.
S, it, sit. Can you draw the letter? Slither down the snake. A, ant. Draw the letter. Round the apple, up and down the leaf. T, tap. Down the tower, across the tower. Pan. Down his plait, up round his head. I, put in pin. Down his body and dot for his head. The pin is spinning. Nap. Down Nobby, up over his net.
Something else I want you to do on the whiteboard is this. You're going to practice this all this week. Your teacher or your parent or your tutor might show you the visual prompt, hold it up, and not only have you got to go tap, t-ap with your duck hands, Then you're going to do a line for every speech sound. So then you're going to go t, a, p. And so we know where we started in case there was an alien comes down and isn't sure. Have I done that back to front? No, that's right. And so in case an alien comes down and isn't sure where the t goes and the a goes and the p goes, we're going to put 1, 2, 3 so we know to start on that side. So all we're doing is t, ap. We're just doing the lines ready for the sound picks to sit on. And if you're very clever, you could start putting the sound picks on. T, a. Oh, what needs to go here for tap? Which one? Which one? Is that right? T, a. Oh, t, as. Tas. No. T, a. What sits on here? P. We need a p on there. Let me find the p. Oh, there it is. And then always when you've finished, follow the sounds, say the word. Are you ready? Oh, I haven't got enough hands. Ready? T, a, p. Tap. Let me pretend they're all on there. In fact, let me write it on there. T, a, p. So follow the sound, say the word. T, a, p. Tap. What would happen if I changed the a into an I? Who knows what that word would be? Tip. Tip. Tip, tip. And I might change that one into a ip. Nip. Almost gotcha. Ip. Nip. And you could keep changing those. And next week, what we're going to do is we're going to see how long you can keep doing that. So you might start off with a word that your teacher gives you, and you can only change one of the sound picks, and it's got to be a real word. So, ip, you might change one of them. App, and every time you do that, you do a little line just there, and these are all your points. App. Oh, what might I put? Oh, might change that into a t. T-app. Tap. Oh, give myself another little line. T-app. Who can think of a different one? Oh, let me think. I know. I'm going to sit in the sun like the turtle and get a tan. Oh, give myself a little line. So that's another activity you can do. Now, when you look at your words, I want you to do that. I want you to follow the sound, say the word. Where are my words? Oh, here's the rap. You can do it with the rap. Let me hold it up. Let me say the rap to you so that you can hear the tune, because this is what you're going to try and do. Let's see if everyone can have one of these in their SSP. Oh, their SSP folder. So we might have it in there. You ready? And now I point to it just so that I know where to look. So my brain tells my eyes what to look at and what I've got to say. Now I might follow the sounds and say the words, but my brain can do it so quickly because I've been practicing, just like you're going to be able to do it, that I'm going to do it like this. Sat, pat, tan, pan, tin, pin, ants. Nan, pan, nip, sip, tip, pip, ants. Nap, sap, tip, tap, tip, nip, pip, ants. Pat has lots of ants in his pants. And then his pants fall down because he's got lots of ants in them. So you're trying to do it that quickly, but you won't do that just yet.
Why don't you have a go? Your teacher might point to the word and see if you can follow the finger. Or you can try it on your own. Good luck!
Now what you need to do, your teacher or your parent might say, look at a word. Like, what about this word? What's that word? Tap, tap. Did you follow the sound, say the word? Tap, tap, tap. And then you might hold up the visual prompt. Or you might build it using your sound picks. Tap. Or you might find the word. Let me see if I can find my word list. Here we go. Here's my word list. So your teacher might point to one of these and you've got to find it on here. So you've got to look really, really carefully. Now with these words, follow the sound, say the word. Follow the sounds, say the word. This one. Snap. Snap. See how many of our green level words you can do that with. So you follow the sound, say the word. Even if you know what the word is, follow the sound, say the word. Your teacher might trick you. She might say, find a word that's got an A in it. Or find a word with a P at the beginning. But the main thing on this is that you can follow the sounds, say the word.
Do these with me. Follow the sounds, say the word. It, it. Itten, in. Sip, sip. Ant, ant. Ants, ants. Tap, tap. Taps, taps. Pan. Put it in pin. It in tin. Well done.
If you've got some magnetic letters or your sound picks, you can use this. So use your visual prompts. So you might have tin. So you've got to do your duck hands first of all to see how many sounds. T, I, n. How many was that? T, I, n. 3. So you need the one, no, that's only got 2. You need the one with 3. So you'll use this one and you'll think T, I, n. And you've got to build the word on there, or you can practice your wonderful letter formation and do it on there because they're laminated. So I can write on here and rub it off. T, I, n. And I can rub it off. She says, gone all pink, like that. Right, now in your classroom or at your house, I want you to create a speech sound table. So we're listening. We're not bothered about letters or sound picks, we're listening. So I wonder if you can listen when I say the word and tell me if you hear a s. Because first of all for this week it's going to be your s speech sound table. Pasta. Pasta. Who heard a s? P-a-st-a. That's what I heard. P-a-st-a. I can hear a s in the middle. So that could go on my speech sound table because I heard a s. What about lipstick? Who heard a s in that one? Or ip, st, ick. Lipstick. Again, it was kind of in the middle. Or ip, lip, st, ick, stick. That one can go on. What about battery? Battery. B-at-r-e. B-at-r-e. Battery. Or B-at-r-e. Battery. Depends on how you say it. But I can't hear a s however I say it. So no, that one doesn't go on our table. What about spray? And I don't think this would be a good idea to have on your table. Spray. A. Spray. Where was the S there? A. I think the S was at the beginning. So that could go on our table, but for security or safety, I don't think we should. What about this one? Spoon. 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 I think this is at the beginning. What about keys? Keys. Keys. No, I think that's a Z at the end, not a S. Got to really listen to those sounds. So we've got quite a few things to put on our table. See if you can find some things at home. You could have rice for dinner. Bring some rice in. Anything that you can hear a S, and tell whoever lives in your house, it doesn't matter how they spell it, what matters is what we can hear. What about shoe? Oh, what an enormous shoe. I wonder whose shoe this is. Shh. Ooh. Oh, there are only two speech sounds there. Shh. Ooh. Can you hear a S? Shh. Ooh. No, can't hear a S. When I say shoe, that, oh, poo to the shoe. That is not going on the table. And I think Elliot would look a little bit funny at school, hopping around with only one shoe on. Okay, now what I want you to do now, you've got one of these, it's got 3 of your visual prompts on, and you've got one of these with lots of sound picks. We've got picture for S and A and T and P, you've got lots of them. You're going to go and you're going to cut out the sound picks and cut out the 3 of these visual prompts. Now you're going to have a piece of paper, let's pretend this is your piece of paper, and you're going to stick on the visual prompt, and then I want you to build the word. So if you see the visual prompt for ant, I want you to put ant using your sound picks just there. So you're going to cut them out and stick them on.
Just before you go, here are all the sound picks we're going to learn in the green, purple, yellow and blue levels.